because it's just like a simple kind of upload. But anyways, so Counter-Strike for Kids is going to be 15 years old at the end of this month. It's 15 years ago. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, it was right after I graduated high school. Like, I didn't do shit in high school. Like, my high school career was just like, I tried to sneak out of high school early and do stuff on the internet like the second I got home, because fucking high school, especially senior year, was fucking bullshit. So Counter-Strike for Kids was this month, the end of this month, July 2008. And it was a video that was made in 3 days because I had I only had like a few Counter-Strike videos at that time, right? And I was like a Counter-Strike player, right? I didn't really do much else besides like play Counter-Strike and source mods. So that video was kind of a video that kind of like landed me in the mainstream. And it landed all of our old videos in the mainstream. And it was out of like pure shit luck. Like, I've said this in a video that was an interview with me and Richter Overtime and Esri Bennett. I don't know what the hell his username is supposed to be, but anyways, we did like a live stream video together. And I told you this before, like all the videos I did in the past, I spent an entire month on. And this was a video that was literally crafted in 3 or 4 days. And it like defined like our entire character. So I think I just want to like make a video in the next 3 or 4 weeks, like that is talking about the source of every joke and like where all that stuff like kind of came from. Obviously like we like took like some things from other people like with permission, and then like we also made like Tim and Eric references, and like you can tell like right from the beginning of the video, like there's some pretty heavy like Tim and Eric influence going on there. Like I've been quoted as saying like it was kind of a direct result of one of the Tim and Eric awesome show, great job segments, the Lazy Horse mattress segment with Will Forte, when you just have like this really kind of innocent kind of stuff that is intercut with like really violent and gory and like disgusting stuff, right? And that's kind of where. So okay, I'll kind of get into what I was gonna say in the video at the end of this month. So this is back in the days in 2008 when we still used AOL Instant Messenger, right? Like me and Mr. Central were talking, Cody. I don't know if you know who that is at all. It doesn't matter. He was a guy that helped me a lot on these old videos. He pretty much like we were talking on AOL Instant Messenger, because, that's what we used back in 2008, I guess. Still, why, I have no idea. And he would tell me, like, ideas for the video. Like, we would bounce ideas back off. We would try to, like, give, like, just, hey, I think this is funny. What do you think? And he had the idea of the Extreme Gore segment. So, like, the climax of the video is like, well, yeah, if you call in the next 15 minutes, then we'll throw in Counter-Strike Extreme Gore Edition. And that was Mr. Central's idea. That was something he said to me in an AOL Instant Messenger chat. And the second he sent me that, I immediately knew there was a video idea there. Like it's going to be so easy to make a 3-minute video based off that one idea that he gave me. Like, all you have to do is kind of like fill the rest in with like some bullshit. So, and then this is probably my favorite story about Counter-Strike for Kids. Crackbone was kind of like coming onto the scene at the time, and like he was obviously like way more popular than all of us combined. But like we recorded a video, or no, we recorded a sound recording of him watching a video of a snapping turtle eating mice. And that's where he's like, oh my God, holy shit, look at that bullshit, cut him up. And that is exactly like what we used in that testimony of his. And it makes no sense in the grand scheme of things. Like, it's totally random, but like, how can you like not use the recording of him reacting to a snapping turtle eating a live mouse, and like he's going freaking nuts the entire time? So like I look forward to like speaking with you guys about this like again in a month. The only reason like I'm kind of like weirded out by about doing this is that G-Man Squad 1 episode commentary that I uploaded a month ago had literally like 150 people from my town watching that shit. And it's like, none of these motherfuckers can like leave a comment like, hey, like, hey, Kevin, like, it's me, but fucking, I don't think I got one fucking comment from the 150 people from my town saying something like that. So it's like, I really don't want to do this. I really don't want to upload anything more to this channel anymore, because it's like so fucking weird. Like this shit was 15 years ago, but like, I think it would be like fun regardless of like doing something like this. So, these fucking idiots from my hometown can't even leave a comment saying like, oh, hey, long time no see, but like, I know you guys will definitely comment and you guys will definitely voice your opinion. So there's really not a whole lot to say about Counter-Strike for Kids. There's like weird stuff like the beginning with the wheel gun kid. The wheel gun kid, that was taken from a ytmnd.com post. And nobody has ever said like, hey, that was me. Or, hey, that was my comment, or that was my recording. Like, it's probably somebody that just recorded like their younger brother or something like that. And they posted on YATMD. But this is back in the days of the internet, in like 2005, 2006, where like that really wasn't common back then, where you didn't really steal stuff from people back then. But like, I can say this about me and DJY and probably Ross Scott. Like, we always borrowed from each other, and that's any comedian ever, or any kind of like video creator ever. Like, you tend to borrow from each other, even if you don't even realize it or not. So I don't know what the hell we're supposed to talk about. Like, say, I will totally like go off tangent and talk about whatever the fuck you want in a few weeks about Counter-Strike for Kids or anything like that. But this is something that clearly changed my life forever. Like, I was 18 years old at the time. I had just graduated high school. I didn't fucking go to prom. I didn't go to homecoming. I didn't do fucking shit in high school until like right after I graduated. That's when I kind of like succumbed to like those pressures and stuff like that. But I mean, it was obviously like we still did some pretty good things in 2009. I think 2010, 2011, like things kind of went downhill from there. But it was a great run, and like I will probably think about this shit until the fucking day that I die. So like I never really was like a bad kid until like after I graduated high school and stuff like that. And like the creativity was still there for like a year or two. Like, I mean, God, I don't even know how we came up with some of that stuff in like G-Man Squad episode 1 or things like that. But, I still think about it a lot. I still think like we did something that was really special. I think our group was like, we had like this kind of unique charm where we were all like kind of like mentally unstable kind of weirdos. But I'm not saying that as an insult at all. Like, that's absolutely what made it work. You can be like this plain Jane kind of boring fucking YouTube person, but if you have like this group of crazy people, like that definitely adds to the appeal of like what we were doing at the time, especially because like, think about it. Nobody was like, that was 2008, like making money off YouTube. Like that was unheard of back then. And especially if you're like one of these kind of types that like, I don't really fucking care about the money or I don't really care about all that shit. I just want to do like something that's like different. And that's really what we kind of prided ourselves on. But at the same time, being unique is not really like, that's not really like the end all be all. And while I think that helped us a little bit, and that's why I think we have like this small group of fans, like we were always like kind of like the third place and fourth place and fifth place of like all the Gmod, like machinima people and stuff like that. But like, I would rather not be somebody who is just like everybody else. I would rather be somebody that was totally different from the norm in the mainstream. And that's why I think you people here in the chat today are following us today, because who wants to be fucking boring? Who wants to be a fucking cookie cutter example of everybody else? Like, so I don't know what the hell else we're supposed to talk about. Like, I think everything about Counter-Strike for Kids has kind of like been talked about over and over again. But it's nice to do this. Like, I haven't done this since a fucking year ago. I was pretty embarrassed about the live stream I did a year ago, but like, I think that was interesting. Like, I told you that shit. Like, Crackbone literally went to Los Angeles to have sex with a girl that worked at machinima.com, and she was dating somebody that worked at that company. Like, this is literally a true fucking story. And like, I don't think there's any other story like this in the history of that company, that website, like the machinima like genre. And we were able to be a part of that. And you know, I don't know if anybody like knew that before or not, but it's just like, it's fucking crazy to think about this now, 10, 15 years later, you know. Obviously, like I told you in that last live stream, like, it definitely made things really sour for all of us. But like, you know, I didn't think that stuff was funny back at the time, but now, like I said, again, I'm just repeating myself in the last live stream, but like, thinking about it now, like, that shit's like so fucking funny to me. Like, there's nothing fucking funnier than shit like that. So, you know, if you guys have any comments or questions, I don't even care if it's about Counter-Strike for Kids. Like I say, that video, I don't, again, not to toot my own horn here, even though I'm definitely about to, I don't think there's any video that had more views than Counter-Strike for Kids than maybe Leeroy Jenkins and like a couple of Flash cartoons about like Counter-Strike and Halo, maybe like some of the Arby and the Chief like kind of shit, even though that's just like some fucking guy playing with action figures, probably jerking himself off at the same fucking time. I don't know, but like, I'm pretty sure, you know, machinima.com, like, they uploaded like the Avatar trailer and like they uploaded like movie trailers and stuff like that at the same time. And obviously that got like 50 million views, but Counter-Strike for Kids, when they took it down, had 18.5 million views. And I don't think there was anything except like Leeroy Jenkins and like some Flash cartoons and stuff like that that did better than that. And I'm gonna fucking think about this till the day that I die. Like, you know, obviously we all have things we aren't proud about. We all have things that we are proud about, and this is definitely something that I am going to be proud about. You know, like I said before, again, in my last live stream, I thought this fucking video is not going to get more than 50,000 views because we made it in 3 days. And sure enough, look what it got. It got 18.5 million views. So if you guys, like, say, I'd be happy to do another live stream again. Just let me know, like, if you have any questions or anything like that. We pretty much already went over everything in the last live stream a year ago. So if you want to talk about anything, I'm totally game, but I think I'm going to leave it at this because we already are almost at like 15 minutes. But, you know, I just uploaded a couple like stupid Sven co-op clips. Like, I left it as unlisted, and like, I figured why not post it now, because who the fuck cares? Like, my channel has been dead for 10, 15 years. And it's a shame. I do have to give a shout out to Richter Overtime for talking about G-Man Squad and talking about like some of my videos, because my channel has been dead in the water for 10 years. And I think, you know, like, you know, he didn't have to do that for me. Like, that was totally up to him to kind of do that for me. And I noticed ever since he posted those videos about G-Man Squad, like, my subscriber count went up like 2K or 3K. And while that's not very much, like, that's not like what Ross Scott does or anything like that, I'm still like appreciative of the fact that he did that. And if you haven't watched it yet, go back and watch, like, just search on YouTube, like, Richter Overtime and Xanatos. Like, it's kind of personal. It's kind of weird. It's not that entertaining, but it still is like kind of a good interview, except for like the last 30 minutes, like maybe just like cut out, like leave when it gets to like the last like 20-minute mark. But, you know, I really appreciate anybody that came from his channel to my channel. I didn't really deserve this, but like, I appreciate all you guys. And maybe we'll do a live stream at the end of this month. And you just have to contribute your questions, because, like, I'll talk about anything. Like, I really don't give a fucking shit anymore. Like, I'm 33 years old now. So if you want to send in your questions or, like, just give me a topic to talk about, we will do that in 2 or 3 weeks. So we'll see you guys. That's all I really have to say about Counter-Strike for Kids from now. I mentioned some things. Like I say, it definitely was like a copy of like a Tim and Eric kind of sketch, which I really don't like regret. It's kind of weird. Like, I'm not like totally proud of that. But again, like I said at the beginning of the live stream, Mr. Central pretty much told me the punchline for the end of the video in an AOL instant message chat. And the second he did that, I knew there's a video here. And we made it in 3 days, and it did way better than all those videos that I spent a month working on. So, you know, there's a lesson to be learned there. So don't overthink things, and maybe you'll just get like me and fucking have some, oh, fuck, my fucking thing fell off. But anyways, maybe, I don't know, maybe things will work out for you. I don't fucking know. It's going to be so hard. Gary Newman on Twitter just made a tweet today about how, like, it used to be so much better. Like, so look up Gary Newman on Twitter. He made a post about how, like, you know, back in the day, there weren't just like 6 or 7 websites in the entire world. Like, you had all these different forums and places you could go to for good content, good articles, good videos. And now we've kind of like deregulated to the point where all you can fucking find shit on is 6 or 7 different websites. And that's really, like, obviously, like he said, I feel bad for the people that didn't get to experience the old internet. And I totally agree with him 100%. Like, if you didn't, like, if you're a young kid and you didn't experience that, like, you truly missed out. So, all right, well, maybe talk to you guys in a few weeks. We'll see you later.